Tesla has very much been the leader when it comes to not just electric cars, but the batteries that power them. They're not just aiming to make electric cars that perform, there have already been plenty of those in the past. Tesla is driven, pun intended, to go and create batteries that power their cars to such a degree that they go far beyond the normal expectations and help put gas-powered cars in the dust, which may be growing closer in realization as Tesla might have a new battery coming to the world this year. So allow us to show you why Tesla new batteries will revolutionize electric cars. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 7. Why do these batteries matter as a whole? Given that battery technology has slowly, and sometimes very slowly, been improving over the decades, the question very much is a case of why Tesla feels the need to keep improving their batteries overall. We know that electric batteries work, and just as important, we know the Tesla car models work and run efficiently. Sure, you can always make things better, but can these new batteries really be the light year jump that some like Elon Musk are boasting that they can be? The honest answer is yes, because not unlike an internal combustion engine, these batteries can be improved and refined in such ways that it improves overall performance to a great degree. Not unlike how gas engines went from being pure gas guzzlers to having respectable MPG ratios. If Elon and his team can make a big jump in their battery technology, it might not just improve the range of all Teslas regardless of model, it might also help with cost, ease of building, and so on. Not to mention put them way ahead of their competitors, many of whom are struggling to match what Tesla has now, let alone what they are cooking up. So overall, these new batteries could be quite huge, should they work. Number 6. The battery hype. So where did all the hype and buzz for this new battery from Tesla come from? Well, from Tesla and Elon Musk. They held their first battery day back in 2020 and they were promising some big things. According to them, vehicles with lithium-ion batteries are also used in cell phones are expected to give way over the next few years to cars and trucks made with lithium iron phosphate and other chemistries. This will cut costs, extend vehicle range to 400 miles or more between charges, and enable batteries to last as long as 1 million miles, which is 5 to 10 times longer than what most standard gas-powered cars could ever hope to get with their engines at times. The new technology will change the experience of owning a car, whether a Tesla or one made by rivals like General Motors, which is also working on new battery technologies that analysts state. Regardless of who makes them, those who want electric cars are the ones who will benefit from it, and as such open up a lot of possibilities and boosts for electric cars that some people honestly don't see right now. Number 5. The importance in terms of value. It's easy to go and look what the batteries will do for electric cars and see their importance, but there is even more value in the batteries that you might not be seeing. In particular, the extremely long life of batteries soon to hit the market are likely to mean the batteries hold their value well enough to be resold when owners trade in their cars, possibly for use storing solar electricity for homes. And the next-gen batteries' long lives may let them be used in ride-sharing businesses that demand cars that can take the pounding of near-continuous use. Now, if you're talking about batteries that can last twice as long for the same price, it completely changes the math for the consumer, says Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives. Iron phosphate batteries are safer, and they have second or third lives as electricity storage. That's multiple business ventures right there for Tesla and whoever else can make these batteries and have them live up to this potential. As such, getting these into cars and into homes could very much spark a revolution in terms of power usage and what powers homes, businesses, and more. Number 4. The science of the new batteries. There's a lot going into the process of making these new batteries. The key thing here is the science and chemistry of making them and making them work, because to someone on the outside, it might be as easy as thinking, oh, they just swap in one chemical for another, but it's rarely ever that simple, especially when it comes to batteries. Shirley Meng, a materials scientist and professor at the University of California, San Diego, who directs the school's Sustainable Power and Energy Center, said efforts to reduce the use of cobalt have been ongoing for a few decades already, and Tesla has made significant strides in doing just that. But Meng said one of the major advantages of building batteries with cobalt is how easily it allows complex chemical structures to be engineered. If I have to train a high school student to make a battery, cobalt makes it easy. It always works. Without cobalt, the synthesis process gets much more sophisticated, she said. Lithium iron phosphate, meanwhile, has never been proven to be efficient in the space constraints of an electric car. It was originally designed for the grid storage market due to its energy density profiles, but its chemistry is suited to fast charging and cost efficiency because it does not rely on cobalt. Number 3. The cobalt problem. As we just noted, cobalt is a major problem with batteries, not in that they work, but in that they cost a lot to get. CFRA research analyst Garrett Nelson noted this in talks about the new potential batteries from Tesla. Cobalt prices have tanked during the global economy downturn, declining from as much as $95,000 per ton in 2018 to $30,000 this year, but it does remain key to bringing down battery costs. Cobalt is by far the most expensive element in a lithium-ion battery, Nelson said. And as we all know, the pandemic will eventually end and the price of cobalt will go back up. Thus, the need to get the lithium-ion batteries up and running is more important than ever, especially in one overall department. Number 2, cost of a car. Here's the thing, there's little to no doubt that electric cars are the future, and they're absolutely the best thing for the world environment that we live in. The only problem is that despite their great strides in the last 10 years, thanks to companies like Tesla, they are not cheap to buy. Even the cheapest of Tesla cars cost $40,000 to $50,000 at minimum, and that says nothing of things like their own luxury car line. Sure, if you can afford one, you'll see the benefits of having them, but for the average American, it's just easier to get a gas-powered car and swallow the cost, especially in the pandemic era that we are in right now, which is why Elon Musk is pushing to lower the battery cost, because the cobalt-powered battery is one of the biggest things driving costs up, and Elon wants to drive the cost down. We've got to really make sure we get a very steep ramp in battery production and continue to improve the cost per kilowatt hour of the batteries. This is very fundamental and extremely difficult, Musk told investors in January. We've got to scale battery production to crazy levels that people cannot even fathom today. Indeed, and if they get this to work like they want it to, the cost of these Tesla cars could drop significantly, and thus go and change how people view them and likely up their interest in getting them. Number 1, coming soon? That is the question, isn't it? Because Tesla has been teasing that these cars with the new batteries will be coming soon in one form or another. But when? It wasn't in 2020, likely due to the pandemic, but with 2021 slowly turning the curve of the pandemic in some ways, we might actually hear more about it soon. Plus, it is possible that someone else might come up with a battery, and that would be fine too. It honestly isn't as much about who makes the battery first, but rather that it is made and put into electric cars and other places all over the world. Because with global warming not stopping, the need for electric cars are more important than ever, and with this new battery, things could change in a huge way. The electric car market could be much more affordable without forcing the car makers to scale things back or make compromises in things like battery life, miles per charge, and so on. It may seem hard to believe even with all of these facts, but the truth is that if a better, more efficient, and less costly battery comes along in 2021, the electric car boom is literally going to explode in the best way possible. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Tesla and their new batteries that might just end up changing the world of electric cars once again as we know it? Do you think that Tesla will be able to pull off their goal? What do you think the performance of the new batteries will be like? How will it affect the electric car industry as a whole in your mind? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.